What happened?
You are tardy, TJ, but I blame your squire.
He was not even here. I'm sorry about that. I have fucking I had to go take a fucking little bath real quick, but whatever.
You had to take a bath?
Yeah. My asshole was fucking itching, and I had to go fucking take a little fucking.
You had to take a horse bath?
Yeah. Well, no, like I took a real bath. It was quick. Had to bathe my asshole for a second. Whatever.
You need a bidet, dude. The bidet attachment for your toilet.
I have no fucking bidet, so I have to use the tub like a fucking savage.
Just
I guess.
attach. They have attachments you can put on your fucking toilet, dude. That's what I have.
You know, it was fucking. I was fine. My asshole has been great. Christmas came. I started eating like shit again. I've gained fucking like 8 pounds back, and now my now my fucking asshole hurts again. So whatever. I'm going back on a diet on the 1st. So. Doing a fucking ass motherfucker.
Well, all people eat during Christmas time, for the most part, is junk food. I mean, I guess there's people that are healthy otherwise. Maybe they'll cheat on Christmas Day. But for the most part, pig out time.
I mean, yeah.
You know, I mean, why the fuck not? I mean, like, look, we're a country of already fat fucks anyway. It's like, it's not like Christmas is going to make much of a difference. Like, another drop in the bucket. Yeah, Richard Donner has confirmed he will direct Lethal Weapon 5. Yep.
I'm too old for this shit, Riggs.
You were too old for this shit 20 years ago, so.
Yep.
Dude, he was too old for this shit in the first one. Now it's like, all right, it's got to be Mel Gibson visiting. What's I don't know Danny Glover's character.
There's no way Danny Glover's character was simply active duty police. There's no fucking way.
Not a fucking chance.
You cannot have him still be a cop. He's like 150 years old.
Dude,
whatever.
Danny Glover looks like his own grandpa now.
He
looks like Danny Glover's grandfather now.
I gotta look up how old this motherfucker even is. How old is Danny Glover at this point?
He's got to be like 70. He's got to be pushing 70 in his late 60s.
74. He's 74.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I swear he looks like 80. So, like,
Dude,
you know, most black people age pretty well. Danny Glover is the fucking exception to that rule.
I guess. Poor guy. Poor bastard. He's just drying up.
Maybe he'll be in the hospital, or like he'll be in an old folks home. Mel Gibson's character shows up. One last mission, buddy. I'm really too old for this shit.
I mean, Richard Donner. Look at Richard Donner up there.
Yeah, he's too old for this shit.
Not exactly a spring chicken himself.
Mel Gibson is like 60, or I think. So, I mean, he was just in some Santa movie called Fat Man.
I heard that's pretty good. So I don't know. We'll see.
Is gonna be in it? Is it gonna be? Are they gonna be in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Joe Pesci?
Probably not.
Oh, no? Come on. You got to get Joe Pesci, dude.
He's like mostly retired. He came out of retirement for the, you know.
Well, he's got to come out again.
But
it ain't a Lethal Weapon without Joe Pesci from Lethal Weapon 3.
I love how they have that. It's showing like the other videos you can watch, TJ, and it's Mel Gibson, that horrible beaver movie. Riggs, I got a beaver.
Riggs, I can't get off the toilet, but there's not even a bomb involved this time, Riggs. I just can't stand. Help me.
Oh, imagine Danny Glover in a Life Alert commercial. Riggs, I'm falling. I can't get up. You need
well,
Life
Jesus
Alert.
Christ, Murtaugh. Neither can I. I'm old too. Jesus. Well, what do we do?
Oh, no.
Hit my Life Alert. It's on the. It's on the counter, Riggs.
Oh, if I can make it, Murtaugh.
Y'all want to start?
What's up?
I was asking if y'all want to start.
We've started.
We started.
Okay. I didn't know
We've been
that.
streaming this whole fucking time, TJ.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, man, she might have said some fucking bad shit. These fucking saps.
His asshole was itchy, dude. He didn't want the people to know that, but now they do.
I don't care. They didn't know that.
Oh, they know your asshole's itchy now. Go to the
Dude,
chat,
they
TJ.
all know.
They know your
Hey, chat.
Take
it back
1 to 10.
How itchy is PJ's asshole? 1 being
How
not all itchy, or 10
is that
being
asshole,
flaming
baby?
butthole. He needs an asbestos diaper.
Like from 1 to 10, how itchy was your asshole?
Like a 6.8. Yeah.
Man, that's ripe.
It was no good, dude.
It's just by doing this in a spirit. It's like doing this twirl. It's like, oh my god, oh my sweaty butthole. Oh, what can I do?
Butthole.
Oh, my sweaty butthole. It's like a fat man's forehead
sweaty.
on the 4th of July. Oh god.
That was no good, dude. It was fucking sweaty as fuck.
Yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, fuck, dude.
I sat here. Well, it's like I sat here doing it. Sat here doing our last little grease trap we did, and my asshole just got itchier and itchier the whole time. I'm like, man, I need to get this asshole in order before we do this fucking other shit, dude.
Is that where you were so quiet during the football thing? Because your asshole was itching so bad?
Oh, I don't know the most about football either, so I was just like,
I mean,
I had
a
few things I want to add here and there, but
you had itch hole.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude.
It sucks. No, I'm not. Dude, I can empathize, dude. I get an itchy itch hole every once in a while.
Yeah, every now and again, you get a fucking itchy asshole.
Preparation H, dude. He is. He's constantly got an itchy butthole. Like,
itchy butthole.
I don't know. Has your hemorrhoid bothered you lately, TJ? Are you good on that? Because I know for a while there, dude, you had like a string of like a year or two where like, he had like a donut in the car and shit.
Everything was good, but then,
Have you thought about hemorrhoid removal?
Let's just do this whole show on TJ's asshole.
Okay, yeah, the TJ's asshole show.
Look, they wrap up like a rubber band around it and it falls off. You can think about that. No more hemorrhoids.
Okay.
Oh man, dude.
I mean, look, it's a viable solution. I mean, I didn't make this shit up. I mean, look, if you really have a hemorrhoid problem, like Paul, let's say one day you wake up and you're like, oh god, my butthole itches, and it's like, ow, it hurts. You might want to go to the doctor. They rubber,
Dude, I don't want to wake up one morning with 99 pink stink balloons, dude. I know that. I remember that song, dude. 99 pink stink balloons hanging from my asshole now, and itch away and itch away.
Well, TJ, you know what those tushies, they even say on their website, dude, helps with hemorrhoids because it keeps your butthole clean.
Oh.
Yeah, you have a donut that you can use?
No. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just itchy. It's not really hurt. It's just itchy, man.
That's the itch hole. I get it.
Yeah.
I get
itchy.
It.
That's why
you can't scratch, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you scratch it, I mean,
then you fucking got a sticky ass finger and shit. So that's why, I sit in the bath. I fucking spread my ass cheeks. I let the fucking water caress the hole, and I kind of jiggle my butt cheeks around and slap the water.
Molecules,
you let the water caress the hole?
Yeah, you got to fucking put the hole and the water together, man.
Man, I just join full fucking
as one.
I go barbarian on that.
Oh yeah, what you do?
I turn around ass to the shower. And let that water just hit me right in the ass, and then I reach back there with my hand, barbarian style, and I just fucking clean out whatever kind of stink nuggets are back there.
You got to do that shit too.
That's
but
the
sometimes
first thing I do. I just go straight
sometimes
to
though,
it.
When the asshole though is a little bit
tender,
there's a point. Yeah, you don't necessarily want to fucking be like, Rah! You want to fucking treat the asshole delicate, Paul. You want to fucking caress and love the asshole. It's true.
If you're a fine gentleman, that you have the shit rag.
Yeah,
a gentleman of refinement. I need a bidet like fucking pretentious ass Scotty,
so I can just
give my ass a bath.
Fuck being brave, dude. If it's pretentious to have a bidet, sign me up to be pretentious. I guess.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, give me my fucking bidet.
I'm telling you, TJ, when you get it, it's like, okay, the first time you use it though, it does feel weird to like give this cold water hitting your butthole. Now they have models that are warm water, but you got to do more shit, and it's more expensive. So I just want the cheaper one. But I'm telling you, man,
TJ doesn't spread his cheeks and have his asshole wink at us during this episode, I'll be disappointed. Well, I can't. I would do it, but YouTube won't let me.
Yeah, so, YouTube won't allow that kind of shit, man.
Blame YouTube.
Careless whisper to the asshole.
What is this? Riggs, wipe my ass, Riggs. My asshole itchy, Riggs. I'm gonna sit spare for my asshole, Riggs.
Riggs, I poop in my pants. Please change me.
Riggs, can I ask you to do something? I made a poo-poo, Riggs. Riggs, can I ask you to do? You one time you told me you'd do anything for me, Riggs.
Well, just come out with it, Murtaugh. What do you need?
I can't reach my asshole and it's itching, Riggs. I farted in my diaper and some poop came out, Riggs.
Please, Riggs.
Please.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Murtaugh. Please. Man, this is way better than whatever this is going to be, by the way. You guys ought to pay fucking like movie premiere prices for what we're doing if you're gonna pay for this shit. Because it's gonna be ass. Like a news flash, this is gonna suck.
Richard Donner has confirmed he will return to direct Lethal Weapon 5. Donner, who was at the helm of all 4 previous movies starring Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, said the 5th installment will definitely be the last outing for Detective Martin Riggs and his partner Roger Murtaugh. He told the Daily Telegraph, "This is the final one. It's both my privilege and duty to put it to bed. It's exciting, actually. Ha ha ha. It's the last one. I promise you that." Why couldn't the last one be the last one? I don't know.
Yeah, Lethal before kind of felt like a send off itself.
Yeah.
So
shit. Like why?
And that's back when Mel Gibson and fucking Danny Glover were actually. I mean, they were kind of pushing it even then, but it was like, okay, well, they're gonna make the angle like they really are now truly too old for this shit.
They are.
But in 20
they are.
In 20 years, they'll be back again. They'll be back again with another one. Mel Gibson will be fucking 80 fucking years old. Fucking Danny Glover will be dead.
See, the whole thing of the Lethal Weapon,
like 100.
The whole thing of the Lethal Weapon, and it was cast perfectly, was that fucking Mel Gibson was the hot-headed, guy kind of in the middle of his career.
He had a death wish in the first one, too. It was like, he wants to die. He's like depressed and shit.
Right. He's fucking and then Murtaugh, which is Danny Glover's character, is the old fucking almost done, fucking barely got any left in the goddamn tank detective that's been on the beat forever. And they're mashed together and they're 2 completely different personalities. Murtaugh is like a conservative personality and wants to take the safe route. And Riggs is the fucking wild man who always wants to go in guns blazing. And that's what makes the movie interesting. They can't do either of those things anymore. Like, it is in no way, shape, or form believable that could you pull up a picture of Danny Glover? Like a recent picture? Just so people can understand what we're talking about here?
Yeah, don't do some Val Kilmer shit like I did, where I'm like, Val Kilmer's not... Okay, never mind. Val Kilmer is way too bad off to do it. Like, Danny Glover is an old man. He's your grandpa now.
He looks older than fucking Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah,
and that's saying
Van
something.
Dyke is, 95? I mean, Danny Glover's old as fuck.
I'm pulling it up. Hold on, pulling it up, man.
All right, gotcha.
Copy image link. Yeah, there we go. I think that'll do it.
I just don't know what fucking angle they could do on this, bringing those 2 back. I don't know. Let's see, Danny.
I mean, is it going to be like a Torch Pass movie where like they're asked to come back to train these 2 new guys or whatever, and then like it's going to be like, a couple of like younger actors that really do the heavy lifting?
Oh no, guys, I'm having a fucking vision of how they could do this. Maybe it's not even that they're cops. I mean, like, if they do, the only believable role that Danny Glover could have is like he's like really high up in the department. Like, he's not a fucking anywhere near a beat.
Right.
Or a scary thing to me though is like one of them is like still a cop. Like maybe Danny Glover's made his way up to the top of the department. And then Riggs is like, he's got his fucked up private detective agency thing, and they have to one last time collaborate.
I hate you for being right.
Just look at him.
Dude, it's going to be some stupid shit like that.
He's going to be like Sergeant Murtaugh now, right? Is what you're saying. Or like Chief Murtaugh.
Oh, yeah, our captain. Yeah, our captain or chief
Murtaugh,
or some,
right.
Yeah, some high upper fucking rank in the police force.
And then you're saying Riggs is going to have some fucking burnt out old fucking detective agency because he couldn't. And then there's some case is going to come up and they're going to collide on the case because Riggs is working it for his shady agency and Murtaugh is working it for the police. And then Murtaugh realizes that he needs to get back together with Riggs one last time because they're the only 2 people that can really solve it. Fuck.
Oh, you know what it is? Corrupt government shit. So, like, Danny Glover's character realizes he can't use the fucking police. He's like, I gotta go to the one guy I can trust, Riggs.
All right, I got a better fucking plot for you, though. All right, so Murtaugh takes
the best angle. I'm just saying that's what I think.
I got a better plot, though. Murtaugh takes a shit, right? He wipes his ass. But no matter how much he wipes his ass, there's just still shit in there. It's like, I just can't get it, Riggs. I just can't get it. And he fucking calls in Riggs. He's like, Riggs, you swore you help me do anything, Riggs. Please wipe my ass, Riggs. And the whole movie is just like Tarantino written dialogue of them back and forth arguing about whether or not he's going to wipe his ass. And during that, they reminisce about the past and all the things they've been through together. And we kind of see, like, you can use like CG to sort of like show them younger and stuff, doing things out there, fucking solving cases, like kind of give a retrospective of their entire career as partners, all leading up to the climactic moment where Riggs finally wipes Murtaugh's ass. He's like, okay, I think I got all this shit off. And then the credits roll, you know? And it's a beautiful
dude,
story.
You know how it should end? He does that, and it's like, he looks at Murtaugh, it's like, Murtaugh is like, what? I think I just shit my pants. Screen goes black, dude. Screen goes black. That's it. That's all you get.
Oh, dude, maybe maybe he wipes Murtaugh's ass, but then he like looks and Murtaugh's like, all right, Murtaugh, your ass is done wiped. And Murtaugh's just like Murtaugh? Murtaugh! No! Murtaugh! No! You know, and he's fucking dead on the toilet, you know?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful moment.
And then Murtaugh's ghost comes in and
look at the beautiful moment. You know, like Murtaugh's dead, but he died with a clean butthole.
Yeah, but he died knowing that he had a friend so close to him that he could fucking count on him to wipe his ass, Scotty.
You gotta have Murtaugh's ghost float into frame and say, I'm too new for this shit. And then that's the end. You know what I mean?
Dude, no. If you really want to make it stupid as fuck, have his ghost come in, and then it's like, Murtaugh, you're a ghost, and then fucking the Ghostbusters bust in, and you know, the crossover you didn't even know was happening, you know.
Yeah, old man Bill Murray can run in and fucking.
What if you did a joke ending like, Murtaugh, you're a ghost. What's it like on the other side? Murtaugh's like, I gotta be honest with you, Riggs. My ass kind of itches, and I don't have arms no more. Could you? And it just starts again. You know what I mean? Wipe my ghost ass.
Wipe my ghost ass.
Dude, that's the crossover. It's a different crossover. What was that movie? Flatliners. It's a crossover with Flatliners. So Murtaugh convinces Riggs to kill himself, but only just for a few minutes so that he can be a ghost and wipe Murtaugh's ass for him. Ghost ass for him and then get brought back, you know? And that's the sequel. That's Lethal Weapon 6. Is this 4 or 5?
5, I believe.
This is 5, dude.
5. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Donner. Come on, guys.
You know, whatever.
Yeah. You know. Louisiana Congressman-elect Luke Letlow dead from COVID-19.
That's a shocker.
Luke Letlow, Louisiana's incoming Republican member of the U.S. House, died Tuesday night from complications related to COVID-19 only days before he would have been sworn in office. He was 41. Letlow spokesman Andrew Botch confirmed the congressman-elect's death at Ochsner LSU Health Shreveport. Blah blah blah. Anyway, you know. So this guy, he's one of these dudes that was like, we need to reopen the state. By the way, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to fucking lock down all this stuff. We need to reopen because we need a good economy. Up now, you're dead, bitch. How's that economy working for you now?
Hoist on his own petard, dude. I mean, people have said this for so long. Like, it's not about causing economic pain because it's like, oh, you know, fuck those businesses. A lot of small businesses are failing because of this. The government hasn't really supported those businesses, and people like him would have just further, you know,
the motherfuckers that won't fucking lift a finger to help. So you know what? Good. I'm glad he's fucking dead of COVID-19.
I mean, he was an asshole. He did these events unmasked. He didn't take it seriously. And he's dead for it.
And now he's dead.
Or he's paid the ultimate price for his beliefs. So, I mean, I hope he really fucking truly believed in him because he gave his life for him.
Good. We need to get more of these motherfuckers giving their lives for it.
How many of these people, how many more of these people did this fucking idiot like infect? Though that's the thing is you can't even feel happy when one of these fucking COVID denying pieces of shit dies because they've been spreading it. They've been fucking, you know, and on top of that, this dude was a dad. He's got like kids now that don't have a father because their father was too dumb to put a fucking mask on.
Yeah. And fucking, oh no, I'm not going to do none of that stuff because it's fucking whatever. Got to reopen the state. Got to reopen the economy. Yeah, well,
Economos is pleased.
Economos is pleased. Economos has blood on his hands, but at least this day it's blood of an Economos disciple and not some poor hapless son of a bitch.
Dude,
that, took every
Economos is
precaution.
most happy when he gets a sacrifice like this. Ah,
That's true.
The true believer. You gave your life in service to Economos. Your wedding. Your funeral will be. What am I kidding? Your funeral will be double.
Someone in the chat. I think it was something jerky or something. I don't know. Said Congressman Luke Letlow should have laid low.
Wow. Let's hire that guy. Can he be our on-the-fly Jackie the Joke Man Martling joke writer?
Yeah. I thought it was pretty funny. Whatever.
It's pretty good.
Oxygen supply issue.
What do you think? I was fucking on the guy?
Yeah, I thought you were.
No, I don't think
being
so.
sarcastic. I thought you were being sarcastic there, Paul.
It's pretty legit, dude.
Oxygen supply issues forced 5 Los Angeles area hospitals to declare an internal disaster.
California is getting
internal disaster sounds like a porn flick, by the way.
Yeah, it does. See Peggy prolapse in internal disaster for
Peggy prolapse. Is that a real thing?
No, probably.
Okay.
Well, maybe. Fuck, I don't know. It could be.
That's true.
Dude, you can't say with porn. You can't say definitively some shit.
I'm gonna type it in and see.
Peggy.
I'm gonna type it in and see.
Peggy prolapse.
Peggy
I hope it is.
prolapse.
If not, some porn companies steal that from us.
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
That's unfortunate.
I did find a woman. I did find a doctor called Peggy A. Norton, MD, who specializes in prolapse.
Well, then she's Peggy Prolapse. Then
so she could be the pro.
We should call her up with an opportunity to rebrand a little bit. She should be Peggy Prolapse, MD, dude.
Oxygen supplies issues led at least 5 Los Angeles County hospitals to declare an internal disaster Sunday, which included turning patients away. There are multiple issues involving oxygen delivery to patients, but generally the problem is not an absolute shortage of oxygen, according to Dr. Christina Galley, Los Angeles County Health Services Director. Instead, at some area hospitals, aging infrastructure that pumps oxygen to patients' rooms is unable to keep up with the high number of patients needing oxygen. So this isn't even a matter of not having enough oxygen. This is a matter of their fucking infrastructure just not even being capable of handling the fucking load.
The administration, people at these hospitals, have taken all the money for salaries, and probably the doctors themselves. A lot of these doctors get paid huge amounts of money, and the hospitals themselves are, if you actually look at their finances, in a lot of places in horrible shape, and they're not investing in what they need. And obviously, a pandemic like this is always going to expose the weakest links in the chain, and it's obviously they didn't really anticipate what if there's some airborne disease that comes out? Will we be able to handle it? Nope. And I mean, everywhere in LA, California, most of California, I think the Bay Area is actually doing the best with the ICU rooms, but LA County, there's no available beds. And even talking about just beds themselves, there's not enough available staff. And because this is surging almost everywhere in the country, even the states that were doing well, like Hawaii and Vermont, they're seeing fairly large increases. There's no traveling nurses or doctors or anyone else to come help. This is some bad shit. The coronavirus, I think right now we're at about 3,000 people dying every day, and it's just going to get worse. We're probably going to hit somewhere like 5,000 or 6,000 if you believe what experts are saying.
They're saying that it hasn't peaked, whatever, the death rate per day hasn't peaked yet, and it probably won't for a couple months.
Yes.
So
they said they're not able to maintain the pressure in the pipes and maintain oxygen delivery, high level pressure. Yeah, I mean we get it, I guess.
Yeah, the infrastructure can't keep up with it. Essentially, is what it's going on here.
Someone in the chat's like, honestly, this is legit kind of scary. It's no.
Guys, the fact that the most populated state and one of the most populated counties can't really treat people for this horrible pandemic where it's just exploding there. That's kind of scary. If you're in the LA area, you should be scared.
You guys were alive early on in this pandemic when they were digging mass graves in New York City for the COVID dead, right? Because there were so many fucking bodies piling up. You remember that, right? That was just a scant few fucking months ago, and it's happening again, and it's going to happen again and again and again.
Oh, that's kind of scary what you just said.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's a little.
I'm be honest with you. I'm being totally honest with you guys. I'm a little concerned about this situation.
Just a little
bit.
Just a little spooky.
Kind of creepy. A little creepy, maybe a little bit. Like, I mean, look, this fucking pandemic. This story's not even that old. This is December 29th. The cases now in the worldwide, I believe, are about 82 million. The deaths have gone up at another 150,000.
You're talking worldwide?
I mean, worldwide, yes. And the U.S., it's going to, I mean, like, look, 319,000. I think we're nearing 330,000 deaths at this point. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But, like, when this initially happened, they said we might lose 2 million people in this country to this pandemic. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to happen simply because the vaccine, the Operation Warp Speed, the only good thing the U.S. government did, and these other countries really did as far as dealing with it.
The funny thing is it wasn't even a Warp Speed vaccine that was first to the market. It was the
Pfizer one.
It was the Pfizer one, right? So, but whatever. Like, yeah, it all depends on how they deliver that vaccine and how many people will go ahead and take it.
Oh, dude, right now, the target goal for the U.S. was 20 million. We're probably going to get more like 2 million. So this rollout's going to be slow. It's going to be cumbersome. That's why, realistically, you know, when they're saying June is optimistic for having a lot of people vaccinated, I mean, in this country, you can probably push that back to almost the end of next year.
So, that's fucking awesome.
If we're just being fucking honest, dude, most pandemics like this, it's probably a couple years you're going to be going through it. If we're just being honest.
Oh,
this is I like this one. Good story.
Ugh, you know, it just fucking shut. It's fucking totally fucking fucked now.
What fucking fucked? Oh, your
shit
crashed.
The whole fucking shit is crashed now.
Oh,
I usually save this. Of course, this is the one time I didn't fucking save it.
Oh shit! Well, I sent you a list of stories.
Yeah.
Did you put
whatever?
So you can pull those.
Yeah, hold on one second. I'm gonna fucking son of a bitch. Every week I save these fucking things because you
have a document, right?
You can save you can save these tabs, and I always do it. This is the one fucking week I haven't done it. And of course, this is the week it fucking crashes.
Oh, TJ, you don't have.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Got to have a document, TJ.
Shut up, Scotty.
Peyton should be flogged. How does TJ not have a document, Peyton? Peyton says he sent you a list.
Dead people. Everybody's dead.
Dead people coming to a state near you. Oh, not in the United States? Don't worry. Coming to a country near you.
I got this. Just take me 1 second here. Mm-hmm. One fucking goddamn second.
And now they have some mutated strain of COVID now from the UK. I guess that's right. I guess that's where they say it originated. Now it's spreading across the world.
It's the second one that's come from that area. You guys remember mink COVID?
Dude.
In Norway?
You know what we got to do, Paul? The UK, I've thought for a while now, the threat lies to the north. Maybe it's across the pond, dude. We just got to bomb them back to the Stone Age.
Por qué no dos, Scotty? Maybe the threat lies Paul, both to the north and to the northeast.
Well, think about this, dude. You saw 28 Days Later, right?
Yeah.
That movie heavily implied that it was the UK where that's all that shit originated from. So I'm just saying.
I believe.
This is probably the most important story we have right now.
You think?
Shit. Yeah, this is
Hawaiians actually making its sweet rolls in Hawaii. What the fuck, dude? No, this is right.
Dude, class action lawsuit going on right now.
I'm gonna join it.
They don't make those in Hawaii?
Yeah.
What?
Where's it made?
Getting sued. Honolulu, Hawaii. Contrary to popular belief, King's Hawaiian sweet rolls are not actually made in Hawaii, and now a New York resident is suing the makers, claiming that he was misled into buying the rolls. In a class action lawsuit, Robert Galinsky, the plaintiff, said the back label notes the popular bread product is manufactured in Torrance, California. But Galinsky said the front packaging prominently features Hilo, Hawaii, leading people to believe the bread is actually from there.
That makes sense.
Galinsky said in the lawsuit that King's Hawaiian is the leading seller of Hawaiian rolls and essentially invented this category of food. He lists other lawsuits that King's Hawaiian Company filed against competitors to prevent the marketing of Hawaiian rolls. According to its website, King's Hawaiian history dates back to 1950s, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I hope this motherfucker wins this lawsuit. We've been lied to by these fuckers long enough.
I feel cheated.
Why wouldn't you?
I feel full-blown cheated.
You have to feel cheated. I mean, like, I agree with this guy. Like, I thought this shit was from Hawaii myself. I'm like, original Hawaiian sweet rolls. Hilo, Hawaii. I mean, like, you figure, like, yeah, it's from Hawaii. That's the fucking special thing about this shit.
The least
make it in
that you think.
California.
Yeah. The least that you think is that it's from Hawaii.
Hawaii.
I wish I could vomit up every one of these fucking Hawaiian rolls that I've eaten in my life right now in protest and get all my money back for all the times I bought those thinking that they were baked in Hawaii.
Japan gave key intel on China's what is it? Uyghur crackdown to U.S. and Britain. Japan provided intelligence to the United States and Britain last year showing evidence of China's forceful detainment of the Muslim Uyghur population on condition of keeping the source confidential. Well, I guess it wasn't because now we're reading about it. Based on the information, the United States stepped up criticism against China's alleged crackdown on the Uyghurs in the Xinjiang, whatever, autonomous region. The source
China's
said.
alleged crackdown? I mean, come on, that's laughable.
Oh, you believe anything the Western governments of the world tell you, don't you, Scotty? Chinese are innocent. Innocent.
What evidence tells me.
You guys are going to be glad about this next story, though. This is justice done right here. Justice. Joshua Janes, second Louisville police officer involved in Breonna Taylor investigation, will be fired.
Wow.
Yep.
They did a good job there.
Justice is done.
Finally. I was so worried.
Sometimes it feels like justice will never be done in this country, but then, boom, it's done, you know? That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I mean, when you riddle someone with bullets at the wrong house, someone who's completely innocent of the crime they're being accused of or even trying to be detained or arrested for, when you blow them away, but at the end of the day, you know, it's like, no, what? You kind of did a messed up thing there. Not criminally, not in any way that actually counts, but you're going to get fired from this department and undoubtedly be hired at some other one, you know, up the street. But beyond that, you're going to suffer. It's nothing. It's the ultimate. Oh, where's the wrist there? Oh, okay, there you go.
I mean, what more do you want? He shot a person that didn't deserve it, and he's fired.
He's fired. He ain't got a job no more. You know, like, hey, what do you want them to do? Keep him hired? No.
What do you want him to do? Like, face justice or something? I mean, he is justice. He's a cop, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I mean, like, if he faced justice, the justice could be on his side the whole time.
Yeah, he is judge, jury, and executioner. So how are you going to, you know, he was fired. What more do you want?
That's about as best you can hope for, right?
Go back to sleep.
Enough, guys, enough.
Are they going to just keep, like, trying more and more, like, harsh things against one or two officers involved in this until, like, they reach...
You know. Yeah, we're just going to see what it takes to placate the mob, you know?
Let's throw some stuff against the wall, you know? See what sticks.
Fire?
You know what would stick? Some fucking justice for the people who murdered Breonna Taylor. How about that?
Maybe.
Yeah. If
you never know. It could work.
Stop letting asshole cops who kill people get away with it. Maybe that would solve the problem. I don't know. Just a crazy fucking thought. People that do fucked up shit being held accountable.
You're a wild.
You guys remember Nashville? There was a big bombing in Nashville a few days ago.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Some more details come out about that. Anthony Warner, that's the dude who did it. Anthony Warner's girlfriend warned police he was building bombs in his RV last year. Nashville, Tennessee. Police were warned Anthony Warner was making bombs in his RV more than a year before his Christmas morning attack in downtown Nashville. The tip came from Warner's distraught girlfriend in August of 2019. Police went to Warner's home the day of the complaint, but were unable to make contact with him. The case was later closed as unfounded. So they went to his house. They're like, yeah, you make any bombs? He's not here? Yeah, well, whatever. It's probably bullshit anyway.
You should have said Ahmed was building bombs in the RV, and the FBI never would have kicked that RV in about 5 minutes.
I wonder how many black people were arrested in Nashville this year, in the same year that it took for this guy to finish building his bombs and set them off for consuming or dealing dime bags of weed. I wonder how many. See, the cops had, dude, that lady walked in and she was like, listen, I think my husband is building bombs and I think he wants to kill a bunch of people. And the cops were like, listen, lady, we got a lead right now that just came in right before you. There's a black guy slinging dime bags of weed down on the corner of 68 and 5th. You think we got time to deal with a bomb? Bottom of the pile. We'll get there eventually. He's fucking flat.
We'll get there when we get there.
Why is it that every time the police are in the goddamn news, it's them doing the wrong thing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's because you know why? Because the media's biased against the fucking.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's starting to make me think that the police just kind of fucking suck in general. But, maybe you're right. It must be just the.
It's the corrupt media, Paul.
So many of these crazy stories like we've heard about. It's like.
In one community in Queens, some people are afraid.
Well, I thought you might be interested in this guy's motives. Nashville bomber Anthony Quinn Warner hunted aliens and shape-shifting lizard people trying to take over the world. Dude, so this guy was a defender of humanity against the fucking onslaught.
He was a fucking David Icke guy?
Yeah.
Dude, the fucking plot twist neither side saw coming. Dude, I saw leftists blaming right-wing MAGA people for this. I saw MAGA people blaming left-wing extremists for this. And it turned out to be a fucking David Icke lizard conspiracy guy. I saw that shit coming.
Investigators are looking at the evidence.
It's they live shit, TJ. It's fucking they live, dude. Maybe the guy fucking saw the alien fucking signal being broadcast. He's like, I'm going to destroy it. But he couldn't get close enough. So the aliens, they won the day.
The 63-year-old is believed to have spent some time allegedly hunting for alien life forms in a local state park. Some of the notes obtained by police are reportedly centered around different world order theories, including the idea that shape-shifting reptilian creatures take on human form in an attempt at world domination. Authorities are also looking to the idea that IT expert Warner may have been motivated to target an AT&T building due to paranoia over 5G technology. Some conspiracy theorists suspect that wireless technology emits lethal radiation, is killing people, and is being used to spy on Americans. The last one's probably true, by the way.
Yeah, the last one I believe.
The blast on Christmas Day significantly disrupted cell service in Tennessee and across the South. However, it remains unclear if any of these beliefs or behaviors are direct motivations for the bombing. I mean, probably they are. Like you start to believe that lizard people run the world, you're probably going to blow some shit up eventually. I mean, that's how They Live ends. The dude fucking blows up a fucking satellite. Fucking broadcasting.
This is one of those cases that just leaves you scratching your head. I mean, when the cops only have a fucking year to check in on something like this, how are they supposed to stop something like this from happening? When all they have is 365 days to stop it. You know what I mean? How do we ever do anything about crazy people like this setting off massive bombs in cities?
So some weird shit is happening in New York with small animals, with rodents in particular. So I have two stories about this. This is the first one. This is New York City Chipotle besieged by rats feasting on avocados, biting employees.
What?
And these are huge rats, by the way. You can see this fucking rat.
It looks like a dog.
Gigantic. Yeah. Workers at an Upper Manhattan Chipotle restaurant say they have been fighting a losing battle against hordes of hungry rats and a management team that let the infestation get so bad that 4 staffers have been bitten by the massive rodents. The besieged fast casual Mexican joint on Broadway near West 169th Street in Washington Heights closed to customers indefinitely late last month, but only after rats chewed through the wiring of a computer system that handled orders, 2 employees told the Post. In the meantime, these workers are still going into the store to clean in an effort to keep the vermin at bay. They say they've killed dozens of the rodents by stomping on them, smacking them with broom handles, dropping boxes on them, and various other medieval methods of extermination. There's one right there. It really started to take a toll on us, said Melvin Polino, a 3-year veteran at the store who was bitten by a rat last Friday while cleaning. We're all scared. It's pretty common that some of my coworkers will start screaming out of the blue when we don't know what's happening. It's pure chaos every time a rat appears. The location, just 1 block north of New York Presbyterian Hospital, is currently listed as having an A health rating from the city. though a Department of Health spokesman said a rodent complaint was submitted on November 30th and a written letter was issued the next day. The Department of Health also said an in-person sweep would be conducted Tuesday by both a restaurant inspector and a pest control expert. Yes,
dude, ahead, Paul. The horsemen are riding. Famine, pestilence, war, death. They're riding. This is it. This is pestilence. This is rats fucking literally attacking people in the streets.
Dude, it's like the ghost song "Rats" that just came out a couple years back, guys. Like, we're fucked, dude. The rats are here. You know it is, because New York was so bustling before the pandemic started that these rats had plenty of food. Now it's like the pickings have gotten scarce. Any place that's open, like, they're gonna be like, we want that food.
Oh, dude, listen to Peyton.
They're smart animals.
Peyton's in the chat talking about how he's got pet rats and shit. You don't have a fucking giant rat like that with balls like fucking apples. Okay, dude? You've got like a little fucking pet store rat. That thing right there would gnaw your face off in your sleep, Peyton.
Dude, that thing would eat your rats for fucking breakfast, dude.
Aggressive squirrel attacks reported in Queens neighborhood.
Oh, shit, dude. The animals are rising up.
Rego Park, Queens. Residents in Queens have reported at least 5 attacks from aggressive squirrels since late November. Most of the attacks have happened on the 65th Drive near Fitchett Street in Rego Park. One woman needed to visit the emergency room after her hand was bitten by a squirrel. Others have said they are afraid to walk in their own neighborhood due to the critters. Michelin Frederick said she was attacked on December 21st. It just basically runs up my leg. I'm like, okay, squirrel, hello. What are you doing? Frederick said. He either bit or scratched me on my neck, and now I have reached over, and the next thing I know, it's a cage match, and I'm losing. Her hands were covered with blood and bruises. She got a rabies shot as a precaution before warning her neighbor, Licia Wang. Wang says she was also attacked by the squirrel. I tried to shake it off, but I couldn't. Squirrels have claws, clinging on to your winter jacket. There's no way to shake it off, Wang said. At least 3 other people have said they had similar encounters with a single rogue squirrel or a pack. They're not really sure how many of these squirrels have gone psycho.
Let me tell you, there's a bunch of city slickers, TJ. Down here in Louisiana, we know how to deal with them. We know how to deal with them real easy, TJ. I'm going to tell you what you do. You get a shotgun, you put some rat shot in it, TJ. Them squirrels, they're going to be a thing of the past.
I know how to deal with them, too. Run!
Run!
You ain't faster. Paul, you can't outrun no damn squirrel. You can't
outrun no squirrel now, boy.
Yeah, squirrels can't drive, though.
Well, okay, if you're in a car, sure. But these people talk about they walking. Okay, Paul, I guess you must not walk very much either.
Does it look like I walk very much?
Yeah, you got a fair point.
Wherever I was going, I was driving.
Got these squirrels.
Oh my god, dude! So the ineptitude of the cop. I'm sorry. I hate to return to a previous case, but I just saw a headline that I feel like I have to share with you guys. So going back to the Anthony Warner bombing case. So these cops, it's actually worse than that they didn't fucking investigate this guy. Mm-hmm. When the girlfriend reported him, the cops actually subjected her to psychological screenings because they thought she was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it says in this article, it's somewhere in this article, it basically says that they actually fucking subjected her to psychological screenings to because they're like, oh, this bitch is nuts.
Good job, Nashville PD. Good job. Way to be.
Yeah, here we go.
A service to your fucking community.
According to the police report and Throckmorton, the woman was experiencing a mental health crisis at the time. Officers called their mobile crisis division. After talking with the woman, she agreed to be transported by ambulance for a psychological evaluation, Aaron said. Police then went to Warner's home, but he didn't answer the door after they knocked several times. Officers saw his RV behind the house, but the vehicle was fenced off, and police were unable to see inside it, the report said. While there, police noted there were several security cameras and wires attached to alarm signs on the front door. Doesn't sound like that's worthy of any further attention.
Yeah, look, we knocked on his door. There was, signs and shit up. I mean, what are we supposed to do?
Listen, TJ.
I mean, we're the police.
If you're part of the thin blue line that holds back the green scourge, and you know what I'm talking about, TJ. I don't even want to mention its name. Holds back the green scourge from your children and from every generation, TJ. Some things have to slip through the cracks. There's a war on the streets, TJ. A war for children's minds. And children's minds are going up in puffs of Purple Haze and Jimi Hendrix record albums, TJ.
Wow. I had no idea.
Jimi Hendrix record albums. I had
no idea.
And the Beatles, TJ.
Oh, my God. Not the Beatles. No. Jimi Hendrix is one, but the Beatles?
No, the other Green Menace, chat, not the Irish.
Oh.
That's a completely different Green Menace.
I mean, we don't want to say anything nice about the Irish, of course, but
why would we?
So bad news for a lot of you out there. Alaska Airlines going to stop allowing emotional support animals on their flights.
Well, they can kiss my dick then.
I just fucking got an emotional support ostrich, and now it's like I'm not going to be allowed to bring that motherfucker on an Alaska Airlines flight. Like, what the fuck?
I'm just never going to fly Alaskan Airlines ever again.
I think we should sue them.
How can you feel comforted? I mean, you had that ostrich certified over a period of what, like a couple of years, TJ?
You have any idea how fucking hard it was to get that ostrich, to get it certified and all that shit? Specifically so that I could fucking have a travel companion. And now Alaska Airlines is just like, no, you're not allowed. What?
I mean, that's not a violation of the law. I mean, isn't there a law protecting people from a law? Yes, I don't see how they could do this. I think Alaska Airlines should be sued.
They will be.
Lawsuit.
Good.
And they'll be sued and they'll lose.
I'm registering Dinor as soon as this is over and booking a flight on Alaska, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Fuck them.
They deny me service, I will sue. And I'll win $1 million. And that stupid fucking smug Eskimo on the back of that plane right there, he'll be scowling instead of grinning.
You guys like Gilligan's Island at all? Either one of you? Ever watch a rerun of the Gilligan's Island?
I used to watch it on reruns on Nick at Night all the fucking time. So, yeah.
Okay, so you know about it.
I got a little affinity.
So, Gilligan's Island star Dawn Wells dies of COVID-19.
So, she was...
Marianne.
Marianne, yeah.
Yes.
The professor and Marianne.
Yep. Her publicist announced that Wells died Monday morning of complications due to COVID-19. Truly at the top of the heart. Yeah, she's dead. I never watched too much Gilligan's Island, but I thought, you might give a shit. She's 82 years old.
Marianne was the hot one that all the dudes wanted to fuck on the island.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Sense. She was my favorite.
Yeah. You
should have been called Marianne's Island, honestly, if you want my fucking opinion. Because Gilligan was just a total fucking inept dork.
Fuck Gilligan.
They should have killed and ate Gilligan on the first episode of Gilligan's Island. Like, that would have been
a lot better.
Yep.
Parents convicted in 2009 balloon boy hoax pardoned.
Dude, the Heaney family.
Of criminal charges in the so-called balloon boy hoax that fascinated the country more than a decade ago were pardoned Wednesday by the governor of Colorado. A couple convicted of criminal charges in the balloon boy hoax that fascinated the country more than a decade ago were pardoned Wednesday by the governor of Colorado. Richard and Mayumi Heen reported their 6-year-old son had floated away in a homemade UFO-shaped silver helium balloon in 2009. Dozens of emergency responders and 2 Colorado National Guard helicopters scrambled to save the boy as video footage of the enormous balloon floating far above the ground made national news. But the child was never on the balloon.
You guys remember this shit?
Yeah, kind of.
Dude, I remember I was working for the school district at the time that this was going on, and dude, everybody was talking about this shit. It was crazy. It was like live on every news channel. All the fucking websites had live feeds and shit of this balloon floating across the sky. We were being told over and over, there's like a kid in there. And then it turns out the kid was just like hiding in the garage or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And it was just a big hoax to get publicity. So that guy got pardoned. I thought at first when I saw this headline that Trump, it were going to be Trump what done it. Now this sounds like a Trump pardon, but yeah, I guess it was just the governor. I mean, what kind of yeah. I mean, there's a lot of fucking law enforcement money was probably spent trying to fucking figure out ways to save this kid, right?
Yeah, they scrambled jets and shit. I mean, not jets. So they scrambled a bunch of helicopters and shit, trying to fucking figure out some way to fucking help this kid out. And,
yeah, he was never on board, of course. So.
What a waste.
He was fine. So like they wasted a lot of fucking, and then like the whole country was fucking like, oh shit, we got to save this kid. But you know,
the boy in the balloon. I mean, it's a great fucking scam. I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, they got caught, but that's something that just stays with you.
Ashes of late James Doohan, Scotty from Star Trek, were smuggled on to International Space Station.
Wow.
Why'd they have to be smuggled? Why couldn't they just be allowed on?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Bravo.
Well, I mean, something tells me that the whole smuggled thing, like, I don't think anything goes up to the space station that nobody knows about. You know what I mean? So I think it's probably just a cutesy way of them saying that they allowed it to happen.
In an interview with The Times, video game developer Richard Garriott revealed for the first time ever how he was able to smuggle Doohan's ashes onto the International Space Station when he spent 12 days in orbit as the world's 6th ever space tourist.
Richard Garriott did this?
Yeah.
You know who that is?
It was not really, no.
That's Lord British from Ultima Online, dude.
Oh,
he was the guy that did Ultima Online. He was the whole Ultima series is Richard Garriott. He literally dresses like a prince in his real life. Like he wears like that doublet type of shirt with the strings and shit and the pantaloons and the crown and everything. Pull up a picture of him. I shit you not. He's not even cosplaying either. He thinks he's the king of the world. He's amazing.
He is.
Dude, Richard Garriott is amazing.
It was completely clandestine, said Garriott, revealing his mission was at the behest of Doohan's family, who wanted to fulfill the late actor's wish to have his remains make it to the final frontier. His family was very pleased that the ashes made it up there, but we were all disappointed we couldn't talk about it publicly for so long. Now enough time has passed that we can, he explained. According to The Times, a 2007 attempt to send Doohan's ashes in orbit on a suborbital rocket failed. That was when Doohan's son, Chris, contacted Garriott days before he was scheduled to embark on a $30 million mission to spend 12 days aboard the ISS via a Russian Soyuz capsule.
Oh,
I said,
went up in Russia. Well, that's how it got. That's how it's got smuggled then. Never mind. I thought this was... All right. Well, that makes sense. This guy,
all the pictures I'm seeing of him, he's not dressed as a prince, but give me a second.
What?
Okay, here we go. Here he is dressed up as a fucking like medieval.
How did they get candid shots of Richard Garriott not in his doublet?
I mean, a lot of them he's just wearing like a collared shirt
and waistcoat. His doublet and waistcoat. Yes. Hello there. I am Lord British Richard Garriott. I love him. He's an eccentric fucking multi-dodeca millionaire guy. He do what he wants, you know?
Well, he got Scotty's ashes into space, so he's good in my book.
TJ, you can't tell me you don't wish that you had fucking thought of this. Start dressing like a fucking old king.
Oh, yeah, I'm already planning on doing that.
You can't, though, because Richard Garriott. Everybody's going to be like, Richard Garriott ripoff. You're not the real king. Lord British. And it's just going to be an object of scorn instead of the people showing their love,
he's not,
TJ.
He doesn't strike me as regal the way that
well, you've never been dressed down by Lord British, TJ, then.
I guess not.
Yeah, TJ, but he has a palace to make up for it, too. So even if you feel like he's not regal enough, he can actually play the part.
Nah.
Looks can be deceiving, TJ.
Maybe.
He speaks with the voice of a king, TJ.
China orders Alibaba founder Jack Ma to pare down fintech empire. Central bank says Ant Group governance is unsound and tells it to rectify illegal activities. China has escalated its campaign to rein in the vast tech empire controlled by Jack Ma, the co-founder of Alibaba and one of the country's richest people. Authorities in Beijing, who had on Christmas Eve ordered an investigation into allegations of monopolistic practices by Ma's online retail giant, have now ordered his financial technology company Ant Group to scale back its operations. Pan Gongsheng, a deputy governor of China's central bank, said Ant's corporate governance was not sound and ordered it to return to its origins as a payment service provider. So just China doing what the U.S. should probably be doing with a lot of its companies and actually like cracking down on a fucking monopoly. Don't seem like we can do that for some reason.
No.
But China evil, China bad, TJ.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I forgot.
China evil, China bad.
China crushing entrepreneurial freedom, you guys.
Like you're
Communist
sitting here,
China.
You're sitting here like what? We're supposed to celebrate that, you know, a Grand Moff dressed down an admiral or something in the empire, TJ?
Yeah.
China evil, China bad, China wrong.
China wrong. Yeah.
America right, though.
I forgot. I usually know that kind of stuff, but I guess I forgot.
Well, remember, we talked about it like in bed, you know, in China, the government's on top and the fucking company's on the bottom. And here we have it right. The corporations are on top and the government's on the bottom. So they just got to learn that rule. I mean, Jack Ma here has got to figure that out. He's got to make these people in this government understand no crackdown is an order. You're actually going to kill the spirit of capitalism, communism, whatever you want to call it. It's all going to be killed. It's going to die the death of 1,000 cuts with this bureaucracy. Just let us do whatever we want. Let's have a monopoly. Let us control everything. It's in your best interest.
Capitalism, Scotty, check this capitalism story out. GoDaddy employees were told they were getting a holiday bonus. It was actually a phishing test. That's PH
Good
phishing,
job.
by the way. Roughly 500 employees failed the test, which claimed they would receive a $650 bonus. 2020 has been a record year for GoDaddy, thanks to you, the email read. Sent by Happy Holidays at GoDaddy.com, tucked underneath a glittering banner of snowflakes and stamped with the word GoDaddy Holiday Party. The December 14th email to hundreds of GoDaddy employees promised some welcome financial relief during an otherwise stressful year. Though we cannot celebrate together during our annual holiday party, we want to show our appreciation and share a $650 one-time holiday bonus, the email read. To ensure that you receive your one-time bonus in time for the holidays, please select your location and fill out the details by Friday, December 18th. But 2 days later, the company sent another email. You are getting this email because you failed our recent phishing test, the company's chief security officer, Demetrius Combs, wrote. You will need to retake the security awareness social engineering training.
So they faked out their own people by telling them they were getting a holiday bonus.
Yep.
And then when they got anything, and the people that actually tried to redeem the bonus got punished with having to go through another fucking training.
Yep.
Yes.
How there hasn't been a fucking full-blown flaming trash can rolled down the street uprising in this goddamn country. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, the giant company you work for is like, hey, you want a Christmas bonus? You're like, yeah, sure. And then you hold out your hand. They're like, you failed the test, bitch. You thought we wanted to give you more money? Wrong. It was a test. Now you got extra training, stupid.
That's how you pass the test, dude. You got to realize, like, corporate America, like, does corporate America really want to give me money? Like, bullshit phishing attempt. Like, you just know that there's no fucking way.
Like, what's it going to take? Oh, here's your paycheck for the week, GoDaddy employees. Psych, you get no paycheck, bitch. What you going to do about it? Quit?
I guess so. By the way, speaking of quitting, guess who's got to quit watching the show right now?
Oh.
Yeah.
They stink.
Sorry, plebs.
Why do they stink so bad? Can you tell me why plebeians stink so much more than patrons do?
I don't know. I've always wondered that myself. Just like, why are they so gross? Why are they
like,
so
I don't mean
stinky?
to fucking be mean, but did you guys scrub around under there or something? Because it's fucking ripe in here when you fucking plebs are here.
Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried.